The manta ray, which is also sometimes called the devilfish, is the largest ray in the world. Highly intelligent and mostly solitary, they are found in all of the world's oceans. Long-living and slow to reproduce, the species is vulnerable to overfishing and to being harvested for international trade. Massive brain. These fish have the biggest brain-to-size ratio of any cold-blooded fish, and they exhibit a level of intelligence similar to that of dolphins, elephants, and primates. Protected. Since 2011, manta rays are fish that have been protected in international waters by an international treaty, the Convention on Migratory Species, and many countries have placed bans on fishing them. Distinct from stingrays. Manta rays evolved from stingrays, but they are completely distinct species. Unlike stingrays, they don't possess a barb that can sting, and they are not bottom dwellers. Two species. Fairly recently, scientists determined that there are really two species: the giant oceanic manta ray, which is more elusive, and the reef manta ray, which is smaller and more commonly known. Unique feeding. These fish use creative techniques to get the most out of filter feeding, including performing barrel rolls to stay in one place and engaging in chain feeding, during which several fish follow each other, creating a cyclonic effect. Biggest. The manta ray is one of the biggest fish in the world. At first glance, manta rays are fish that appear strikingly similar to stingrays in appearance. Both creatures belong to the order Meliobatiformes, and manta rays evolved from stingrays. They both have flattened bodies with wide pectoral fins that are fused to their heads. Manta rays do not possess the tail stingers, or barbs, that stingrays are known for, but they retain a vestigial remnant of one in the form of a caudal spine. Therefore, manta rays do not sting. Stingrays do sting. Manta rays travel through the open ocean, unlike stingrays, which are bottom dwellers. Their mouths are on the front edge of their head rather than on the bottom like stingrays' mouths are. These fish have a large, flat, diamond-shaped body with triangular pectoral fins that resemble wings when it is moving. Two cephalic lobes extend out from the front of its head, lending it the alternative name, devilfish. The wingspan of the giant oceanic manta ray can extend to up to 29 feet in length, and they can weigh up to 5,300 pounds. These large fish have lateral eyes, and their wide, terminal mouths are located on the front edge of their heads rather than on the bottom, as with most rays. The two cephalic lobes at the front of its head extend out, allowing water to be introduced to the mouth. These lobes give the fish the distinction of being the only vertebrate animal with three paired appendages. As filter feeders, they feed by swimming with their mouths wide open, allowing zooplankton and krill to sift through rows of small rakes that line their mouths. These gill plates, or gill rakers, are heavily prized in Chinese medicine. These fish come in two color types. Some have chevron coloring, with black backs and white bellies, while others are mostly all black. They also have distinctive patterns of spots on their bellies. They are found in all of the world's oceans. They are split up into small, highly fragmented populations, making it difficult for scientists to arrive at reasonable worldwide population estimates. However, they appear to live in groups of 100 to 1,500 individuals. The largest population is believed to be in Ecuador, where they congregate at places like Mochililla National Park and the Galapagos Marine Reserve. Due to the popular use of their gill rakes in Chinese medicine, for which there is no scientific evidence of any true health benefits, these fish are vulnerable to overfishing and overharvesting. Worldwide, the gill plate trade nets upwards of $30 million per year. These fish reproduce slowly and have long lifespans, putting their populations at even higher risk. Both species are classified as vulnerable by the IUCN, and efforts have been made to counteract this. Many countries have banned the fishing of these fish, including Mexico, Peru, Ecuador, the Philippines, and New Zealand. Since 2011, fishing of manta rays in international waters has been banned thanks to the Convention on Migratory Species. Little is known about the reproduction habits and development timeline of manta rays because they are difficult to observe in the wild. Typically, however, males appear to court females by following closely behind them until mating begins. Sometimes, several rays mate together in trains. The full moon may trigger this behavior. The male fertilizes the female's eggs, and a single live pup is typically born after a gestation period of 12 to 13 months. The small pups are miniature replicas of adults and can take off on their own right after being born. The average lifespan of these fish is about 50 years.